Hi everyone. Today I'll be focused on enhancing resumes for seasoned software professionals. So, with many years of experience, your resume should clearly communicate your depth of knowledge and leadership in the field. It may also be challenging as you might have some missteps in your career or worked in a different industry or in a different role. So I'll talk about that. My name is Itay and this is Itay on Software. I'm a software professional with over 2 decades working in the software space, and I'm also a professor at Cal State Fullerton. I've started this YouTube channel to educate about the job of finding the job, starting with my students, but also expanding it to others. And here are 7 tips that I put together that are specific for experienced software professionals. So let's start. The first tip is to keep it concise. Limit your resume to 2 pages. That's usually the recommendation. This will not only make it easier for the recruiter to read it or the hiring manager, it also will force you to focus on the most impactful content. Remember, the goal of the resume is just to get you into that interview. It will help you to ensure that every word counts and also highlights your best achievement. There's usually, as I mentioned, no reasons to go over 2 pages, but if you do, just check that your resume is not getting defocused. And by the way, tiny fonts and also taking down page margins is not a good way to keep the 2 page maximum. The second tip is emphasize career progression. Okay? Because you have significant numbers of years, you need to show clearly how the roles have evolved you over time, making you better. Maybe your recent positions reflect some shift from management to technical depth. That is perfectly fine. Articulate the value of that move. Remember that you also have a section of professional experience or a summary or about me at the top that you can use, which is also recommended for somebody to have many years of experience. Demonstrate how each role, again, built on the last. And remember that software is sometimes considered, like some other professions, kind of like an up or out. With the years, you always kind of need to go up or go better. But remember that this is not only about management. So it doesn't need to be a management track. It could be a track where you work on maybe better projects. Maybe you've tried something to do independently, like a startup. Maybe you move to a better company, a better brand, maybe management, but show that there was a career progression. The third tip is repurposing your expertise. When you're looking to maybe start in some role at a new field, see how you can leverage your accumulated expertise. For example, let's assume that you have a bunch of years of experience with maybe database systems, and you're thinking, wow, like AI would be a fantastic place to get involved with. You could potentially work, as if you worked on databases, maybe on AI software acceleration, something along those lines. Similarly, if you worked, let's say, you're a product manager and you worked with enterprise clients, maybe you can transition this experience for something different, maybe like insurance or some other place where you work with enterprise clients. Utilize your background to see how you can fit new niches and show that your skills are adaptable and valuable across those different industries. The fourth tip is to keep your career story clear. Sometimes it's easy to get lost. We know that life might be complicated, but when somebody's reading your resume, it should be simple. Tell them a clear and connected story. Maybe you worked at different industries, but make it clear how maybe a certain passion or a certain skill kind of carries through, making it a cohesive story. Maybe some example is, let's say that you worked in software development and then you moved to project management, then maybe some consultancy role. You can try and see how each step potentially helped you to get a deeper understanding of maybe business operation, which is maybe what you're applying currently with IT leadership. So keep your career story clear and cohesive. The fifth tip is to highlight leadership and innovation. Now, if you have maybe, like me, 2 decades of experience, maybe more, maybe a bit less, people expect a certain level of leadership. Now, it doesn't mean management, but it means some level of leadership or innovation, maybe working on things a bit more difficult and leading and innovating there. Try in the bullets to make it clear that maybe you spearheaded some major projects, detail your accomplishment, and have it clear that you have done a significant impact in the project that you worked on. The sixth tip is to tailor your resume strategically. Now, what does that mean? Life is complicated, and you can tell that story in multiple ways, right? So when you're applying to an application category, let's say you apply to an ad tech, or let's say you apply to cloud, or let's say you apply to project management, try and have your resume customized to highlight the things that are relevant for that job category. This is recommended also for junior people, but much more recommended for people with a lot of experience that can be told in many ways depending on the point of view of which position you're interested in. The last tip that I have is addressing concerns about age, right? Age discrimination in the US is illegal, and you should know that. However, it might still be a concern. If it's a concern, there are a couple of things you can do. You could omit graduation dates from your educational history to help minimize this age bias. And also, you don't have to tell all your experience till the point that you were maybe 18. You could potentially limit it to the last maybe 10, 15, 20 years. That might be a bit more relevant. This focuses the attention on your most relevant and current experience, and maybe less if you have a concern about your overall age. So to conclude, crafting a resume as a veteran in the software industry field means more than just listing the skills of experience, maybe more on the junior side. It's about telling the story of your professional journey in a way that is compelling and cohesive and relevant for the position that you're applying to. Make sure that your resume speak not only on your technical capabilities, but also on the vision and leadership in the projects that you've led and how your experience made you better. If you find those tips helpful, please subscribe, like, share with other friends who might find it useful. And for more insights, stay tuned to my channel. And don't forget, if there is a topic you would like me to cover, you're welcome to comment in the comment section. Thank you very much.